Welcome back to Southern RV TV. I'm your host Barry, and we're coming at you from Elkhart, Indiana, where I've got Clayton here with Cruiser RV to show us a brand new product from Hitch. Clayton, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. The new floor plan is the 18BHS. So what we've got here is a traditional bunkhouse model, but we added the slide out for a little bit more space with your living. So as you see here, we still have this very spacious pass-through storage, the biggest in this segment. What you're going to see in there, you're going to see a few things. You're going to have your solar controller and your 1200 watt inverter. We still have the solar panel on top, so the unit is solar powered. Outside, we still have the outdoor cooking table, okay, that comes on and off. All right, you can use this for two things. You can use it for outdoor entertainment with your 110 outlet and your cable jacks, and you can also use it with your gas port here if you wanted to cook outside with your griddle. So that is awesome. Another thing that goes into the off-road type solar package is a larger fresh water tank, 46 gallon. That's important. They all have 12 volt heating pads on them too, so you can camp a little later in the season or start your camping season a little earlier. As we come inside, let's look at the floor plan.
Let's hop up in there. I'm excited about this because this is the first hitch that we've seen with a slide.
This is nice. This is nice. That really makes it feel like a more livable space. So you can still have all the off-road, off-grid amenities if you wanted to go unplugged, but you can also entertain your guests. This folds down into a bed as well if you're bringing an extra kid. So you're going to have two in the front in the residential size queen bed.
And that's a literal, this is like a 60 by 80
That's 60
full
by 80.
queen.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
So your linens at home will still fit the bed in here.
Very good.
This will fold down into a bed. You can have a large kid there, maybe even a teenager, and then up here as well. These are 72 inches long, so 6 feet. So you can get your bigger than average kids in there. I know my kids would sleep two in a bunk. So easily 5 could sleep in here, even more if you had some smaller kids. So some other things you're going to notice in here is that we stayed true to our solid surface countertops. We think that's really important. You're never going to have any water damage or any breakage here. These are going to last a really, really long time. This is true solid surface. Nice deep sink still. We didn't go away from the sink. We love the fact that you can put a pot in here and fill up an actual pot of water with a high-rise faucet. Sometimes that's overlooked in the smaller campers. We want to make sure everybody still had room to cook. We still have the gas electric refrigerator here, okay? Gas electric means it's important for us in this brand because if you were off-grid and unplugged, it could operate off of propane, and when you're plugged in, it'll obviously run off shore power.
Now, one thing I'll make note of real quick is that both he and I are over 6'3". We're tall guys. We're standing up in this lightweight compact trailer.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of space to move around and to move around one another. I think that's really important to note because in this segment, it's rare to see that. A lot of times we walk in and we're doing this number as soon as we come through the trailer door.
You're ducking under something.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And speaking of space, that back bathroom has got it.
Yeah. It took some design work to make sure that we didn't have the wet bath, the old-fashioned sink inside the shower problem. So we made sure that the sink has its own setup there and its own countertop, and the shower is actually used for a shower.
And then another cool thing that I've noticed that you guys have done, doubling down on the whole off-grid thing, going with the solar power, going with the battery versus in the panel, is that the TV here is actually, it extends out, but it's on a 12-volt plug.
That's right.
So we can run this completely off the battery supply.
That's right.
So that means we don't have to be plugged in just to use that.
That's right. That's right. And we have a solar monitor here too. So as you're inside at night and you're running a few things, maybe you're running a box fan to stay cool, or you're watching your TV, or you just have your lights and radio on, whatever that may be, or maybe all of those things. You can see where you're at without going to the outside and you know, going into the elements to see where you're at with your charge. There's also a solar controller out there in the pass-through storage, which would tell you the same things, but we wanted to add one in here too for just some convenience.
And as far as construction, I understand we're using Asdel in here.
Of course. Nothing but Asdel, of course. So yeah, the wall construction is all welded aluminum framing with block foam insulation. Then it has a layer of Asdel paneling, which is impervious to water. You're not going to have any mildew and mold and rotting and delamination. No bad old RV smells. And then the gel coat fiberglass on the outside. So yeah, it's really truly built to last a long time. And the floors underneath that you don't see under the linoleum are 5/8 tongue and groove plywood flooring. So
super solid.
No, yeah, you're not going to
construction.
have any give from these walking through these high traffic areas like you will. Sometimes in this segment, you'll get foam floors. A little that cuts out a few £100, saves a lot of money, but they really won't stand the test of time.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for showing us the newest hitch with a slide.
Yes.
This is awesome. It's spacious. It's great. It's going to be on the Southern RV sales lot soon, so be sure to check us out at southernrv.com. You can always give us a call at 770-477-0552. And until next time, as always, happy camping.